Okay, I do believe we're set and ready to go. Yeah. Okay. As you can see, the camera is pulled way out. This is a 24 by 36 inch canvas. This is a commission painting. As you can see, I did draw in the ARK. Okay. Had to get the perspective right and all of that for this fellow. I've painted the bottom half, or at least the bottom quarter, black. Okay, we'll work the water and such with this black base. Okay, you're gonna see me do something a little crazy as far as the clouds are concerned. As you can see, I got this little spot already taped. That will be pretty much the glow and a little bit of the sun or moon rays or whatever rays you want to call it. That's going to come forth a little bit. They're not going to go like all the way across. Okay, I will attempt to do a big cloud tunnel. So this ought to be pretty interesting to do. Definitely have to be thought out. You're definitely going to work with a lot of light and shade with this. I want to try to get the clouds to be pretty ominous, threatening, and dynamic. Okay. If you ever seen clouds like this, you would probably be scared half to death. All right. In the water, I'll probably have it churning a wee bit, but I'll give it some activity, you know, especially around the waves around the bow and whatnot. And we'll be doing some light tricks with the water itself, all right, to make it kind of interesting. Okay. Hey, Christine, how are you? Hey, Flo. Enjoyed your video, Flo. Hey. Flo, I'm sorry, Mona. Hello, Mona. Enjoyed your video. So as you can see, let me see if I can get my hand right. I don't have, yeah, that ain't gonna work. I don't have the, go opposite. I don't have my face here and the palette here. Okay, no face, no palette, because the painting is too wide. Okay, I believe that you guys can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Some time back, I did a lot of pre-tape or, you know, premieres. I used to do them. I used to be on twice. I did it for a few years. I would be on as a premiere. I would be on every Monday, and then I would do a live every Wednesday. I did that for a while. All right, great. Cool. All right, let's get on with it. I'll show you the palette this way. I use heavy body acrylic paint. This is, I'm going to use my enemy. This is soft white. I have really no use for it, but it is good blending white. I'm going to need it for this thing up here. The painting, believe it or not, he wants it in black and white. So the colors are simple, black and white. I do have blue mixed in here. We'll put a blue tint in here. Okay, I'll see how far I can go with this. Anyway, to make large, ominous, threatening, crazy looking clouds, like I say, in a tunnel, all right, the first half is going to be pretty much jet black, and we're going to fade and do all sorts of craziness from there. But look what I got for a brush. All right, you know, those little powder things you ladies use. All right, you see it worked well for me. We're going to use that to put the bulk of this painting in, and I'm going to try to manipulate the paint so I can get that tunnel feel, and then we'll go with the smaller brushes. more or less section by section once you start to break it off into little parts and pieces. Like I said, there is blue in this. I really need to water this thing down a little bit. I'm gonna water this sponge, wet the sponge a bit. Okay. All right, this once again will be quite interesting to do. Let's see what we can do here. You know, it could turn out to be a complete mess, but I doubt it. If it does, I can recover it. Okay, we're gonna start from the corner. I may have to get up out of this chair in a few minutes or so. We'll see. Okay, start right here from the corner. Boom, just like that, right here in the corner. Okay. Yep, just like this. Just kind of pop it in there, especially down here. Down here it's gonna be relatively dark. Up around in this area here. And we're gonna paint right through the boat. Act like the boat does not exist. You follow me? Boat has now officially disappeared. At least it will by the time we're done with this. Act like the boat's not there. Act like the boat's not there. Come all through here. All through here. Down on the bottom, all in here. Just crazy looking. Just stuff. Just stuff. All right. I'll come through. It has to be pretty dark around in this area. So we'll play around just like that. Okay. And we're gonna keep messing with it. Up here, I know I'm gonna have to get up in here where the tape is masked off at. It's pretty dark up in here too. All right, we'll have it kind of come down like that. All right, fairly deep, fairly dark around in there. I want that a little darker, more like black there. Once again, we're gonna play around with all sorts of tints and shades and craziness. Okay, all right. Now comes the fun part, sweetheart. I really don't need anything jet black. It can all go a little bit lighter from here. Now I'm gonna use this mixing white in this, and we're gonna be somewhat creative. Let's go from here. And then we're gonna come this way. I want those little streaky things in there because it helps guide me. You follow me? Then it goes this way. Just like that. We're gonna do a whole bunch of that. All right. Once again, we'll go like this. Then we're gonna come down here and we're gonna flatten it out like that. Come down, come across. We're gonna come across it like so. Get some more of this mixture of white, mix it in. Up in here, comes down. It goes across like that. Slender, real slender. Come across. It don't look like much, I know. At least not yet. And it comes all across like this. Now, in case you kind of don't know where it's following here, I'm gonna probably use some other white. But you'll see as I do this. Like I say, it's gonna look like just a giant disjointed mess for right now. Believe it or not, all these little bumps, okay, come across like that. Let's come all of this, these little bumps are actually guides. Okay. Let's see what you guys are saying. Yes, a very angry sky. You got that right. I couldn't have said that better myself. Now, I'm going to take, should I rinse off this? Yeah, we'll rinse this sponge off a little bit. Now, we're going to do a lot of building off of that. I got to add some love over here. So give me a second. Rinse off this sponge. We're going to go with a little bit of a little bit of blue and titanium white, just a small bit, so we get this grayish blue color. Now, I know the camera obviously in the back of me, so I'll probably be looking at you like this. So let's go into a tad of cobalt blue, just a little bit. Now, I got black mixed on the tray. I'll just put a little bit of cobalt blue in there like that. So before I do anything, before I add any titanium white, I'll show you from here. You guys should be able to see it. I'll just scrape up this black in here. It's nothing but a coffee container. And mix it right in with the blue. See this? Let's mix it in with the blue a little bit. Talk about, this is like gonzo filmmaking or something. I just didn't really want to put it on the palette. All right, gonzo filmmaking, you know, you try to film as best and quickly as you can because you know it's kind of illegal. Hope you get your parts right. Let's get a little bit of titanium white now. So we're gonna get this weird bluish gray thing going on. Okay. And we'll start to shape out light and shade in areas like that. I actually should, if I was smart, and I have not known to be that bright. Let me quickly paint in something real fast. It's not really super dark, but I'm gonna take a little bit of black, just a little bit. Yeah, that should be enough. Go back with my sponge here. And we're gonna color in this spot in here. I'm gonna take some of this black and some of this blue. A slight hint of white in there. Right in here. Just like that. It's not entirely super duper black. It's not entirely super white either. It's a little bit where the light's kind of coming through there. Okay, so that's not too bad. All right, let's take some of this blue black. I'll just put it right here on the sponge. And we'll start to, maybe I'll add a little touch of white in there so we get a little path of where I want things, like right in here. Just like that. A little bit of blue, a little bit of white rather in the blue black. And we're gonna come in here, we're gonna play around all up in here. Once again, we're playing like this on purpose. Remember, we're gonna pretend that the ARK is nowhere around. It's a lot of the light actually, let's get a little bit more white. A lot of the light sources in here. Not too much way up above though. Now I just get a touch of white and really put it around in here, because this is where all that light is going to happen. Let's get some more white there. around in here. You can have some of it escape up there a little bit, but it's really out this way. Really flat looking, all up in there. Now can you kind of see how that tunnel is going to look? Really freaky looking. This is going to be a one crazy formation. There's going to be all sorts of little cutesy details and stuff going around in here. Okay, something like that. Okay, so you kind of see how the tunnel is going to form. We'll put little bits of light around in here, just a little bit. Okay. Probably a little more love over here. Yeah, we're good. Okay, let's read what you guys got. I'm just reading some of your comments here. Hey, Doris, I see you. How are you? Enjoy that pour. I really did. Oh, the blue was cobalt blue. Okay. Okay. Time to play. This I won't be needing this sponge anymore, so. And in case you're wondering, it is the first time I've used the sponge. It's been a while since I've painted anything this large. The last time I've painted anything like this, it was actually bigger. It was 24 by 48. It was 2 feet by 4 feet. I did those. I think I did 2 or 3 of those. So, okay, let's let this sponge dry. I won't need this. All right, now for painting this side, we're gonna take it literally in sections. All right, believe it or not, because this is gonna be the light area, the whitest part, that's why it's taped off. This will be a weird kind of off black color, and I can probably more than likely fill that in right now. I still got my little dab of white, but we'll get to that. Let's get some of this thick paint here, black paint. I'm thinking I would need maybe a little more blue, but we'll see. I'm going to use a filbert brush. I do have one that I prefer to use. I'm trying to find it right now. There you are. I'll use this one. This filbert will get beat down pretty badly. It's one of my newer ones. It won't look like that when I'm done with this, but it's okay. All right, I am going to need some more cobalt blue. I just want to tint the black with the blue and add a little bit of white in it. So essentially it will be black and white, but I just want to add just a slick touch of color in it. I don't really want it to look like too much like a black and white photograph. It's going to appear to be that way. Okay, but you know, I do have the ARK to put in there and to paint and you know all of that. Okay, let's start with the main dark cloud. We're gonna paint it right across there. I'm just going into my black, my blue, and a little white in there. We have to keep it relatively ominous, fairly dark. You'll see some cloud shade, some residual light, but you know, not really too much. All right, and we're gonna start from up here. And here we go. And we're just gonna go in this circular motion. Now, what I'm gonna do is paint in this roundish-ish kind of shape. I'm gonna keep some of that black in there, okay? And we're gonna fade it out a little bit. Keep some of the highlights, but not too many of them. Just enough to keep a path of where these things are. Okay, because it's going to be mainly black in here. Go kind of in a circular pattern. And as I'm doing it, okay, I'm gonna look at this generally in a hole. That's why I catch myself looking at the screen up there. Once again, once this stuff dries, okay, obviously it's going to appear to be even darker. But I want my black to be more or less solid black, especially here in the front here. And we're going to work with that. We're going to work that, because if it's too light, I'm going to darken it with more black. Okay, I'm going to paint right through the boat. There's a reason why I'm painting through the boat. I have to give the impression that the boat doesn't exist, so that the cloud tunnel looks that more convincing. Now, could it be like I'm wasting paint? Maybe, but I don't feel that way, because we're just continuing on, really, with the painting going right through the boat. And I know that the tape is there, so I'm not gonna go too crazy with putting a bunch of paint on something I'm gonna take off. But I have to, I still have to paint through it, all right? Oh, I see you're talking about what, the stages or levels of canvas. And it's funny, there are levels and stages of canvas, yes. Just like brushes and paints. There's different levels of them. Definitely is. Let's bring it out here. Now I got a little thick paint here. I'll wipe some off, and now I can start to kind of fade it. I don't have to add anything really too bright here, because these are where the dark clouds kind of form and do their thing. And you can pretty much improvise this stuff. I mean, you know, wherever you feel things are needed or not needed, you just add it. Pretty much what you see me doing right now. Okay. Now, as I'm looking at it, remember, I'm doing the bottom. The bottom is pretty dark. All right. So I'm gonna look at it right now. As I'm staring at it, I'm gonna go right straight into my black with the filbert. And what I don't want, let me see, I can twist and turn and put it in there. Whenever it's not dark enough, I'll make it dark, just like that. All right. Whatever I want dark will remain dark. See, you just bring that darkness back. I can fade out. See, just rub it right out there. So I don't have to have really super harsh lines, just kind of mist it out. All right, and remember, wait till everything kind of settles. Okay. Usually I would stand up and do this, but if I stand up the way the camera's angled, you're not gonna see too much. My back will be in the way of it. I'm borrowing some paint just to soften up some things and keep it pretty rounded. In the corner down here. just a wall of darkness here. As you can see, now this brush cost me about $7. It'd be worth about $1.25 when I'm done. I do go through them. This is what I do, so I know that, you know, I'm gonna beat it down, and I know I might want to eventually get another one. So I accept the fact that I will destroy brushes, no matter how much they cost. I can't be a big baby about trying to save money on something I know I'm going to destroy. Okay, I know that, you know, my brushes are going to have a very short shelf life. It's just the way it is, you know. Okay, enough being sad about the ode to the dead brush. We're adding just a little touch of blue into the black, a little more blue, and a slight bit of white. It's going to give it a really gray blue look to it. Okay, now we're going to start differentiating bits and pieces of the cloud and pretty much going in a different direction. We'll start up here, around here, and we'll start to, you see this little, see how I'm doing that little curve thing? See that? Come up here and do one up in here a little bit. And we're going to do it again, circular, and we're going to curve it upward like that, fade some out. And what you're doing is really, you're selling that this is being like a little curve. You might not see too much of it because of the glare of my light. I get a little pinch of white in there. Okay, and we're going to continue it on just like that. Curve it. The key to it really is a nice, you come up here and you kind of give it a curve. As long as you give it a familiar angle, a curve in there, okay? Come right in here. This cloud is much like the black cloud there. It's like in mid-curve in there. Okay. So it's like the giant before the giant. The other ones will be illuminated all up here in the middle and around here to be illuminated in a kind of a curve. All right. Okay, all up in here. Now, why am I continuing this on top of paint? Well, once again, I have to give myself the illusion that it's continuing on and I don't lose track of where I'm at here. Okay, but that's why I continue the paint right on by this fella. And just keep it going. I need more titanium white, believe it or not. Once I get into my little groove on this thing, things are going to go kind of quickly. All right. But as you look at it, you start to see the tunnel effect. And now you just I'm just being nosy. Hey, Shane, how are you? How you doing, Shane? Oh, yes. Mona. Love will be given. Too much love is given, much love is required. Let's see if it loves me back. More blue. I'm dipping a lot of blue in there, a little touch of white. just like that. Up around in here a little bit. But again, I'm gonna just continue with that curve. Have lots of fun with it. You'll see, especially when it gets to shading, highlights, and all of that good stuff. As long as you keep that familiar roundness, and you'll see what I'm talking about. A little bit of white. I'll show you here. A little bit of blue. Okay. So you're going to deal with different values and everything. Okay. So around in here, I'll just do it this way. Once again, I know I'm on the tape. Continue that. See? I'm just showing you a path because once again, I know I'm on the boat. So look at the path. Okay. It gets a little flatter as you come this way. Let's get some more white. A little touch of blue. A little white, little touch of blue. A little smidge black in there. So you got a blue-gray happening there. All right. Right up around in here, you start to do little curves and little things all up in here. I'll probably use a bigger brush to get some of the fades going, but not yet, not yet. Pretty much just kind of shaping out where I want some of that light to hit. Okay, but now you see where everything is kind of going there. And remember, all in here is going to be a little darker. The light and the rays are going to come this way. All right, so it's going to look pretty crazy. It's going to look pretty wild. I'm not gonna lie. It's going to look nuts. All right, let's take some of this same color. Let's start framing out some things. Now, you see all this haphazard looking creasiness. You work that to your advantage. Okay, I don't really have to do too much in here. Not really too much. I might add a little light blue, whatever, who knows. But here, we can start to maybe frame out a few things. Like say right in here. Okay, so that's like one right there. All right. I'll put a curve in there. A piece of something here. Come around in here. Just like that. So we're going to start framing where some of those major clouds would be. Okay. I'm going to get a little bit of blue and white. I got a mixture of gray already in here. I'm not adding any water or anything. It's just really the paint itself. Well, here, let me add some paint there, and then I'll just kind of fade it out with yonder finger. Okay. Then I'm gonna come here. And I'll just rub that out there. Nowhere near the main highlight yet. So we're building like a bunch of medium shades and stuff like that. A lot of little stuff in there. All right. So let me know if this is making any sense to you guys. No, Christine, that yellow piece of tape right there will be the brightest part of the painting. That will be where probably the moon or something will shine through, and then the rays will come toward there. All right, so hopefully, as you can see, as we get some of this stuff in here, you're starting to see now the shape of the billows. Okay, no real sense of light source as of yet, but that will come, trust me. That will come. Oh, we're gonna pop some stuff in here like this. Right here where's the little light at. See how you can kind of blend all that in there. It's going to travel because you're going to follow the path of where all of this is going. You see, you have no choice but to follow that path because it's going this way. All right. So for those of you who are a little intimidated by clouds, especially directional clouds that are doing what it's doing right now, okay, once you make, how can I show you? Here. Once you, okay, we got something come up here, right? And then it's coming here and it's going down like that. So I can take that all up in here like this. Take your finger and you fade some of that. You only got a split second to fade this stuff. All right, we're gonna come here, maybe a little stronger up in here. And you're going more or less like the letter C. All right, once you put it in there and fade it, you only got a few seconds. Okay. I'll bring this in here. Once again, you have no place to go, no other choice but to do, but to go where the curve is telling you to go. All right, you see that right here, coming around and down. You have no place, no other choice but to do that, to go in that direction. Okay. So once you lay down the general framework, all the rest is more or less fundamentally just following. Follow the curve. Follow the curve. I'll flip my brush around because I got more paint there. Follow the curve. Let the paint just rub right off the brush. It's all right. Follow the curve. I don't want to cover up all that darkness either. Okay, because we got a little darkness in here. Okay, I'll gradually get it there. I can work with it right now since I'm talking to you about it. I'll get a little bit of blue, a little bit of black mix. No white. It's already being mixed in with the light blue anyway. So up here, around in this area, okay, it's not totally black. As you can see, I'm gonna keep playing with this until I rub most of this paint off of the brush. And then I will fade right into that light color like that. Let's color in. Well, I'll use a darker one to color in that. I'm not really worried about that right now. Just like so. All right. You see, I don't know if Sonia is in here. She usually picks up on my witticisms. If I tend to repeat a familiar phrase, she'll let you guys know what it is. She likes blowing people up like that. That makes her day. That and throwing fruit, apparently. Okay. Is there a tunnel shape to maintain? Yes. Yes, that's why you see me really concentrating on the dark, the medium light, when I throw the highlight in there, it'll really, you'll really see it after that. But I'm really concentrating on its mids, so I'm using once again, a lot of the blue and the black. I use a slight touch of white to bring some of that cobalt out in this. And we're building it that way. Now, once I'm done doing what you see me do, okay, I'm gonna add more of the black shadow, but it will be now in partnership with this cobalt here. Okay, and it will all make a wee bit more sense to you. Okay. Yes, I can blend it right into that black in there. All right. But now you can see how all of these different hues and shapes come together. Okay. Let's put some of that up in here. We'll cover that up. Okay. I'm not going to necessarily cover all that bright streak in there. It's a little different in here. All right. Okay. As I'm still looking at things, I have to look at the overall painting still. A little bit of blue, a little bit of black. And we'll come up around in here a little bit. Right in here. So I can take that and curve it a little bit. Come in here. Once I'm done, I'll still keep checking it out. I'll still keep looking at it. I still want some of this bluish gray in certain areas. As I'm looking at the painting itself on the TV, it has me to look at it in a different type of light. Okay, basically. And fade out a few things here. Now, for the average person who might not know how this is done, they'll probably think it took weeks and weeks to do this, but not necessarily, as you can see. Hey, where is Joni? Hey, Joni. Well, Christine, that mountain painting, there's a painter, her name is Diana, Artfully Yours with Diana. And she did a live stream a couple of days ago. And the camera was right above her head. But I guess, you know, she used to talk and she gets a little excited. When she goes to get up, of course, she hits her head on the camera. Boom. But the way she did it and the sound she made afterward, it was just so comical to me. It was like one of those Looney Tune cartoons where, you know, that little bump just grows on your head, boop, like that. Well, she hit her head pretty good 3 times. And she went, ah, all 3 times. Boom, ah, boom, ah, boom, ah. And I think I just rolled on the floor. And so I decided to make a painting about it, and I called it Diana's Camera Bump Mountain or something like that. Some crazy title I put to it. But yeah, that was like the high point of my evening. Okay, light source. Should I use this brush? Yeah, maybe yes, maybe no, maybe so. I would like it a little bit more blue, but I'll show you guys how I'm going to do this. More cobalt is needed. I didn't think I would get through it this fast, but I've been doing this painting thing for quite some time. like I say, once I get into the groove of doing this, it doesn't really take too long. Yes. Goose egg by camera 3 times. And so I did mail the painting off. I did mail the painting off to her. I don't know why. Oh, there go your comments. All right. Oh boy. I let her know I was laughing too. All those laugh emojis. Okay. Let me show you something. I'll do it in the tape, and I'll show you about that light source. Okay. Like say right here. I'll just do it here. In a light source, I'll just play around with it here. And I'll just keep doing it. Now I know I'm on the boat, so I can kind of be a little carefree. I'm on the boat now. It needs to be a little brighter. So I'm just dipping more into my titanium white. A slight touch of blue. It's not totally white. Like I say, you probably think it's a waste for me to do this on the boat, but I'm actually doing it for you guys. So you guys know exactly where that light source is. All right. The only difference is I'm not fading it. I'm just really throwing it in here. All right. I'll fade it and do all sorts of little stuff with it once I pass the boat. But as you can see, how, like I say, I would, well, you'll see, because once again, I know I'm on the boat. All right, so I can kind of play around and do this while I'm on the boat here, and it gets a little slender, a little longer here, and they would still be a little billowy like this. I gotta be careful. I'm still on the boat, but they're gonna, more of the white will be up there. Blue, white, whitish blue, blue, white. But they would get a little slender this way. Okay. But I can take this, let's play around in here. But you guys can see now where that light source is happening here. All right. Okay, Fatima. It's good to see you. Good to see you. Don't go to sleep in class, and don't blame me if you do. Okay. All right, we're gonna come here just like this. I can fade it with my fingers, all right. And I'm picking my battles. You follow me? You only got a little bit of time to do this. All right. Sometimes you can get away with fading. Sometimes you might be a little late, but that's all right. All right, but you see how it's starting to look here? And I'm gonna keep doing it with this blue and white. All right, the total bright white, it will come, but that will be the least of it. We're gonna get away with a lot of this blue-white first. And you take it a step at a time, a little bit at a time, okay? Little stages. If you're here in this midsection, then stay in the midsection for a bit. Okay, until you're satisfied with what you have. You follow me? Okay. So stay here in this section, all right, until you're happy with what you have. All right. It's getting a little touch of blue and a whole lot of titanium white, no black. Different color palette now. Now that I'm already pretty much in here. All right. And I'm on the inner wall. Basically, what you're seeing me do, essentially, to tell you the truth, is painting what it looks like. It's just fluffy waves all over the place, if you want to think of it that way. How about that? Think of it as fluffy little waves. Okay. I mean, these suckers are going to go all over the place. All right. And what I'm doing also, another trade secret, is that I'm going over what you already see me do ahead of time. See all of this stuff here? You just capitalize on that. You make this part, you make it your own now. You see, instant built highlights. You instantly know where to go. You have no choice but to follow what you've done beforehand. And I mean, you're looking at me doing it right now. I am following what I've already did. Okay, that's all I'm doing. I'm just adding lighter and lighter paint to it. Okay, and just highlighting what I already have in here. Just like that. And get rid of some of that bottom edge if you can. And if you can, it doesn't matter. Okay, like a thick line like that, you just fade it in. Okay. If I added a little more water to it, yes, it would fade that much more. But I'm not looking for it to really doing that. Okay, that really won't be necessary. Because I still got another layer of color or two to go. I was doing some other things. A buddy of mine, his mom was real ill, and he had lost a lot of his gospel videos, and I have tons of them, but I got them on DVD, and so I made MP4s of them and sent them to him. So that was quite an undertaking, but I enjoy doing stuff like that. So. And I always wanted to kind of put them to DVD anyway, or put them to MP4 anyway, because a lot of them you can't even order anymore. You can't buy them anymore, and they were on VHS. They were on, you know. So I took the time at the time and put them on from VHS. I put them on DVD. Now from DVD they go into a thumb drive or to MP4. Now for my own personal, I put them on thumb drives. I can always have them. And I recorded them at pretty high quality, so it's all good. Some of these catch the light a little more than others. Okay. As you see me with my finger rubbing this stuff in, okay, all it does is really smooth it out, so nothing's really sharp and blatant, you know. And it doesn't need to be, because when I add the totally stark bright white, then that's when it will all, you know, more or less make a little sense. I'm gonna come here on this one side and I'll fade the opposite side. I'll just do it again here. And just fade that out. So we have a weird back glow right here. Just right in there. And I'm gonna cover that eventually with some dark. All right. Okay. Just some out the way oddball things happening in certain areas. All right. That's all. I can put a little weird glowy thing right in here too, or I can just tap it, don't matter. So I got a weird afterglowy deal right in there. Now remember, this isn't totally white, this has got blue in it. Okay, and basically I'm just keep building up and building up and building up and building up. I'll get it to look more cloudish looking by when I add the bright highlights. They'll be a little bumpier, little cloud looking. All right. So even though it might look white, trust me, it is not. It is not. No, no, no. A little stronger here because, you know, we're at that sunlight stage, or sunlight, moonlight, whatever you want to call it, light. But we're here. Okay. Out, kind of. Here, I'll make it stronger here. You guys know where we are. Here, I'll throw it in there like this. So you guys know the path, you know exactly where we are here. That's where that all the glow really is happening. The ship is covering 90% of it, but it's all in here. Now you don't really even see the ship. I told you you won't. This is the light path. Be careful where you are, Mr. Gray. I think I'm around in here. There. Now you know where the light path is. Okay. That light path, and it gets a little slender here. Still got a curve, but it's elongated. So it's like almost like a wave the further you are away from the thing. But that's it right there. All right. Okay. Let's still continue with a little bit of cobalt blue. Touch of, yes. Oh, no, the dog isn't paying attention to me. Good. She's near here, but she's sniffing out some other stuff. Let's just sniff away as long as her attention isn't to me. I'm busy. I already took her out, so she should be fine. It's really a curve the closer you get to this fella. Right in here. Okay. It's really curved in here. Yes, my chair squeaks. Deal with it. I remember one individual. They were here, and I know that person really harassed Bruce. Bruce had Bruce and another gentleman that passed away. God rest his soul, Ben Stivers, and yeah, his chair squeaked so much it was just part of the show. And man, that guy couldn't stand it. Oh, he was upset. I'm like, you know what, buddy? There's super chat. If you don't want him to have a squeaky chair, buy him one. I don't think he would have used it out of spite. Like I say, it was part of the show. It was funny. Quite humorous. And then, of course, you know, I start ragging on the guy. It's like, leave him alone. Go get your own channel. Call it the Silent Chair channel or something. You know, leave Ben alone. Ben was a great guy. Thank you, Linda. One, don't ever rush it. Really, don't do that to yourself. Don't rush it. It might seem like I'm going a little fast, but I'm kind of got my little groove going. I know what I'm doing. I know what I gotta do here. Okay. And once again, I've been doing this for a minute. Have a canvas this size ever intimidated me? Oh, of course it did. Yes, without a doubt, it has. If you guys notice that these curves are getting more and more of a curve, especially when you're getting towards that area in here. Once again, this is not truly white. We didn't even get to the white yet. It's still a kind of off-white, bluish color. All right, even all in here. But you're gonna see why I'm doing what I'm doing. I gotta have a definite, it's gotta be, what I'm saying is it's gotta be pretty strong. Up around in this area here. And you'll see, I'm not really worried about that little splotch I put there. That I'm not even concerned about that, and you'll see why. If you ever see something that might look like an error, don't count it out yet. Okay, don't do that to yourself. Don't count it out yet, just because you see that blotch up there. Because I can take a little bit of black, just a small tip of black, and once again, it goes away. See, you put it where you feel you have to put it, all up in there. Okay, so don't worry about stuff like that. Because if I want it to be darker, there you go. I can get it to be darker. Feed it right in there. Just use your finger. It dries up. All right, so I got a mixture of colors and stuff on this silver. So I'm finally cleaning off the silver. I'm going into straight black. Nothing but black here. This is thick black paint. And super thick black paint, like white, covers depth. So it's very opaque. But see, you can bring it right back. I don't necessarily want it all the way dark. There, I'll play with it a little bit. I'll wait till some of this kind of gets off my brush, and then I'll play around with some of the dark in there, but not entirely super dark. Up around in here, I might want it just a little darker, just to emphasize that we're up above, up there. Okay, I don't have to have it, once again, jet black, but just to emphasize in spots that, you know, you got a ceiling up here, a ceiling of clouds. And so I'll just re-emphasize some dark spots that might be a little bit on the gray side. Not everywhere, not everywhere. So we'll still keep some of that ominous stuff going. But you see now that I have some of this bluish gray in there, when I add that dark black, and you can use a finger just like you did the brighter colors, and you fade it in there, real gentle like. Okay. And what that does is push out your mid colors even that much further. Here, let's do this. Let's go in reverse. All right. Now I'm in front of that lighter color, but I can do the little finger jab thing there and fade it. Okay. So it can work in both directions. We'll come here, add some love right there, right? And just rub it in there. Okay. A little bit of that right up in here. Now some of this paint is rubbing off my brush, so I can just scumble. Yes, scumble the word. Just like so. Just in bits and pieces. Usually around the corners, because the corners are fairly dark. Now, can you guys see it? You probably can. Up here in this corner, up in here, he's got this weird off bluish black. I'm gonna keep that back there. And I'm just fade that, smooth it out, fade it, blend it, all up in there. Come up around here with it. All up under here a little bit. Come in here. Okay. I'm just going straight black here in the corner. Okay. As I do this, we'll come up in here a little bit. while it's still wet, and you can finger blend this stuff. Like so. So I'm just playing around with some of that darkness up in here, especially here in the corner. Once again, you're trying to get that little bit of it being surrounded by all this creepy stuff. Creepy, 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 creepy. All right. Now look at that. Now you guys wouldn't imagine it would look like this. Okay. Okay. Enough staring at it. Let's keep it going here. Now over here closer to us, I'll get a little bit of blue, a little bit of white. And I'm going to play with just a slight bit of black, but mostly this blue and white. And we'll do the refracted side over here on this side closest to us, on the lower mid right hand side here. I'll take this and just paint in refracted stuff coming this way. So it's almost like doing highlights, but in reverse. And I'm still going to emulate the shape of the curve with this bluish black color. Keep in mind that it's going to dry dark. Okay, so you want enough of the blue to be like, hey, is there something over there? And there is definition, there is some stuff happening there, but it's not going to be super detailed. It's not going to be super bright. But we're going to keep still with the flow of the painting. Okay, so you got to keep scumble, SCUMBLES, which is simply some little artistic way to just say dry brush. Basically, to be honest with you, that's all it is, just dry brushing. Put some of that blue in that mix in there. Okay. Pop it in there a little bit, right into that brighter color. Okay, just a hair, just a little bit. Pop some of that in there. I know it looks crazy with me painting once again on the boat, but you have to. All right. All right. Let's see where I'm at here. We're gonna throw some of that blue in here. Once again, as I'm tossing this blue and this black, it's not like you're gonna see all of that, especially when you rub it in there. But it's refracted light still. Okay. Still very dark, still refracted light. All right. Let's pop some of that blue right up in here too. Okay. Excuse me. So I will most likely do this guy in a couple parts. We'll do the clouds tonight, because I got a feeling I'm gonna finish them tonight. Just like that. Okay. So that reflected light still in there, still up under here. Okay. Yeah, we'll do the clouds tonight. More than likely, we're going to do the ARK tomorrow. There's a reason for that. I have to paint the ARK in so that the water, obviously, it would just fit. Okay. Mixing in this blue with the grayish black in here. All in various little parts. If you notice, I'm not using any glycerin. You notice that, right? One is not really necessarily needed. I can add it later on, but I don't think I will have to. Okay, I don't feel I would have to. I'll put it that way. But if I wanted more dimension and depth, I could add that, but I strongly feel I got a strong inkling I won't need none of that. Not from what I'm looking at anyway. I'm getting more blue than black, but I'm adding just a touch of black. I just don't want it totally black. Where it's a little bit gray, I'll add a little bit dark in there. Now this is where I would most likely add glycerin, is in these little areas that are a little gray. Maybe it can stand to be a little darker, maybe. But we'll see once I put the highlights in. Okay, we're actually moving along at a pretty good clip here. If anybody got any questions, I'll take time to check them out. And another reason why I'm not using glycerin is because I want this stuff to dry. I really don't want to play around with it being damp all the time. Okay. Thank you, Shade. Appreciate you guys. Hey, how you doing, Bruce? You tell Alexa I said hello, send her my love. Man, she's growing like a weed, bro. It's frightening. Yeah, you should have told me she was watching. I'd have spoke to her and said hello. Me and Alexa used to have little conversations. Yes, we did. She's getting older. It's good to have your bond with her now, because man, when she gets older and she starts having friends and all of that, yes, you will follow the rest. Well, Bruce already knows. You're put in the friendship zone back burner. But it's all good. I was glad I was put on the friendship zone back burner. That means that people like my kids. So it was all good. It was all good. Okay. All right. Let's do something. I believe I got enough black. Let's do this, guys. Because remember, we only got one really bright source to begin with. Okay. All right. So with that said, now you guys will see even more what I'm talking about. I could use a bigger brush for this, yes. I could actually stand up for this too. But, I would cover. You guys wouldn't see much, trust me. And I will probably use a bigger brush to make sure it's flat black. No uneven streaks. I really wouldn't use a filbert to cover this much, but I'm, so close to finishing it off like this. So it's all good. I flip the brush over. This is fairly thick paint. No joke. Okay. All right, let me look at it after I'm done doing this. All right. Whew. All right. Now we're gonna not make that so harsh. We're gonna put some fadey things in there too. All right. Good night, Bruce. Good night. I could have been on a little earlier, but I had that encoding to do. So now right now you see a little bit of strangeness happening. That's because the light's hitting it and it's not dry all the way. So of course it's gonna look a little worse for wear there. I'm going into my blue, a little bit of white, slap some of that black in there. And I'm just gonna come in here and we're just gonna play around with one thing, smoothing all of that out a little bit. That's all. Have it gradually, just like that. Just pop in some things in there, kind of fade that. So it's not so abrupt looking. Okay. Just a little bit, just fluff it out a little bit, So spill some of that darkness in there, it's okay. Okay. All right. Let's put Mr. Filbert back in his little spot. I won't have you guys here an excessive amount of time. Once again, I'm just going to do the clouds. I'm just dipping into some titanium white. Okay. Anybody got any questions or anything? Just let me know. I don't think I have it on. I can test it out. Now when I do this and test it out, you guys gonna see the screen flip and switch and act a little silly. Okay. All right. I'm gonna test it out anyway. The screen is gonna look weird. You guys gonna hear some crazy music. It's just gonna loop. Okay. Let's make sure I got the right remote. So things might act a little crazy right now. But you know what? I wanted to test it out anyway. Oh, I don't even have it plugged in. No wonder. Yes, it is plugged in. Well, I'll just put it on number. What number are you? Number 2? I'll just put it on number 2. back on number 4. It's not gonna do it. It should have did it. I'm gonna keep trying it, so you guys get to see me. Ah, there you are. Why didn't you do it, buddy? Okay, there you are. Yep, there. It's channel 3. All right, so I'll put you on channel 3. Okay. Am I even still on? I should be. Yeah, I should be still on. All right. All right. Where are we at here? The glow. All right. We'll put the glow in. Okay, you guys guys can see me, you can hear me. Okay. Oh yeah, I know the chair needs well, actually the bolts need to be tightened. Any other hinge sounds is probably my joints. So there's nothing I can do about that. All right, let's highlight some of these things. I'm gonna use a flat brush and nothing but pure titanium white. Okay. All right, we'll start from up top here. Let's do this. Let's zoom in and let's bring it around in here. Okay. So we're really bringing the tunnel to you here. Let's go out this way like that. Put it in focus as best I can. All right, good to go. Good. I'm glad I can bring so much joy to your lives. All right, let's do this. Just a little touch. And we'll get this to be just like that, just in little spots. They will get larger and larger and more curved because you're adding all this sweet little highlights to them in certain areas. They're gonna really pop out. If I'm tired of stretching my arms, I will be getting up. And it looks like I'll be tired of stretching my arms. And up here is just really just bright dots. The dog is eating her fill because she's a pig. Still love her, even she is a pig. She's your best friend as long as you fill up that dog dish. Other than that, she knows you not. She's like, depart from me, you worker of iniquity. That's my dog. Little miss, depart from me. Food? Yes, you're welcome to the club. No food? Yeah, you're not even worthy of protection. Go away. Don't need too much. All right. And basically all this light highlight that I'm doing, that you see me doing here, just directional, mainly toward the center. Mainly toward the center, and you'll see as I'm doing it. And I'm doing it with a flat brush. If I have to fade anything in, I will. It's just bright white. A little bit here and there. As I go further down, you'll see the tracking of everything. Okay. If anything, there'll be more or less lines up here. Okay, but all around in here, you'll get the kind of, especially up in this area here, you'll get the bumpiness, the billows, some of that light refracting, a lot of bright. No, not yet. Not yet. You won't need as much white as you would figure, because once again, you're just really outlining basically the shape and the pattern of the rays. Okay, quite frankly. And you can direct all of that. See, all the preceding stuff is really helping your eye out. The white is just outlining where the light source is. It is just helping your eye to travel to see where things are going. Which is why I can highlight these fairly quickly. Because I pretty much know where this stuff is going to kind of land, where it's going, where all the glow and all that fun stuff is going on with it. Let's come back here. And then you see I can just take wavy lines. Okay. All up here, wavy little lines. Some are thick, some are thin. Up to you. Do it again. You can create some. All out here, thick lines. Get it thick here, maybe. Come on, curve it around. Come up around like that. All up in here. Have it come around, down in here, bring a couple up there. Do it a piece at a time. And make sure you look at it. Look at what's going on. See? Make them a little bumpy. Make them a little wavy. Make them look like little cloud things there, just traveling along, doing this little dance there. Maybe I'll put a glob of white red in there like this, and you just fade it. Okay. Make it look a lot more than what it's supposed to be. Put a little glow red in there like that. And you just trail it. Yeah, I'll trail it over here. It's all right. See, just have it come down this way, like so. All right. And we'll do it right here. One here. All up in here. All up in here a little bit. Let's wave some in here. I didn't lose anybody yet, did I? I'm showing you how you guys can do the exact same thing. No big trade secret. Everything's already mapped out for you. You're just going over the lines. Okay? In your mind's eye, you know where you want the glow. Okay, you get a glob of it, just destroy the bottom edge. See that? And you continue it on if you want. Pop one right in here like this and just stir it around a little bit. Nothing but pure titanium white, nothing else added, just all white. Sometimes I use the corner of this flat brush. I'll use the whole thing. With a painting this size, I don't necessarily need a script liner. Let's see where am I at here. All right, let's go back. Let's pull back a little bit. Well, not pull back. Let's just move it this way and up this way. Come right around in here. But look at how it's formed. Look at the look. Okay. You see how you can create stuff? Some of those lines weren't there. But it doesn't matter. You just make your own. Fade it out. Okay. Come here. Round it off. Round it off. Come here, round one off here. I'm just using the side of the brush. Okay, do the same thing here. You can round it off. Round it off. Fade it right out. Okay. Everything, the groundwork is already here. See this? You just kind of, and you put one right in here. Come down like that. Okay. And you want one above that right here. If you got too much paint on your brush, just take your finger. You got one right here, take your finger, just rub it. If you want to bring it down, bring it that way, come across this way. Up to you. Let's put one right here. And you just round it off and just fade the rest away. Like a ball. Just like a ball. Just like a little ball. Your eyeballs will do the rest. Don't worry about it. Little silver linings here and there. I'm not going to do all of them. Some will be in little mystery. Okay. I can put a little something maybe right in here. It's catching some of the tail stuff right back here. Not too much. All right. Let's go up above here. Right up in here like this. And I'll just go in little circles, little light circles. We'll fade it out. Fade it out, fade it out, fade it out. And then continue the line. Need some more paint. I coat the front and the back of the brush, and you just come on, fade it out like that. Maybe something down here going into the other one like that. And you trail this one up here, like that. Okay. Where else? Now let's put something here. Now you can pick and choose where you want to go with this stuff. Where do you want to go with the highlights? All right, well, you generally know where they are, but you know how far you want to go, how bright you want it. This is your world. This is your cloudy clouds, so you pick and choose where you want to go. I used to just discouraged doing paintings like this or commissions because of the time it would take to do them, but some people are kind of interested. No problem, Christy. Very, very, well, technique-wise, I mean, it's like right there in front of your face. Because if I took a shot of what it looked like beforehand, and I didn't, but I can with the video, and then show you what it's looking like now, it's two entirely different animals. Okay, let's bring this back. Let's pull back. Let's pull back. I think we can pull back that far that it'll show you enough. Let's bring it here. Maybe a little, pull back a little further. All right, let's put that dot down here. All right, so you guys can somewhat see that. Okay, you see, yeah, you can see. Okay, yep, we're good there. Okay, I'm gonna take. Actually, no, I can take some of this a corner of white, a small batch of white. I'm wiping it mostly off of my brush, and I'm gonna come in here. I'm gonna come in here a little bit, like that. Now, actually, I'm gonna add. That's too white, so I'm gonna add some blue to that titanium white. I still want a bluish tinge in that area, in here. All right, so we'll put a few of these guys in here. It's just little off-white things there. Okay, and we'll bring some over here. I think you guys can see me do this. Okay, just little bits of it here and there. We'll frame some of that. Come down, and then curve. Come down, come down, come down, and then curve up inward. All right, once again, it just helps trail this stuff a little bit. Not too much, not too many of them. Just little off-white little things in here. Okay, I don't want to add too many of those in there. Not too much. Let's see. Wipe off my brush a little bit and add some of this in there. Just to smooth it out a little bit for the transition. And I'm just scumbling using the side of the brush. It's just to blend in some of that. All right. So I'm blending in. Come this way. We'll curve some of that around. And it's just to help your eyes see that tunnel a little bit better. All right. Tunnel of clouds. Tunnel of clouds. All right. We're almost there, guys. At least for this evening. I'll use a flat brush. Ready to get some really slick little highlighting stuff right up around here. And I'm just gonna tap. Just like this. And maybe a little tap there. Come around. Come around. Come around. Come on around. See? Follow that light. We'll bring some of that up around like this. A little backlight right in here. Just a little, not too much. Fairly dark there. Okay, all right. All right, let me put this away. Okay, Travel Dreamer. You missed my wacky station identification break. Boy, wasn't that a mess, but it worked. Jessica chimed in and said, I can't hear you. I'm like, that's the plan. All right. That odd shaped patch of whatever, that will be our light source. Okay. All right. I'm going to take a very small brush, not this 1/2 inch, something a little smaller. I can probably get away with it with the same filbert. I'm going to take a wee bit of just black. And just the tip of the brush. I'm going to wipe some of this black off. Here in the corner, in here, it will be like some light, cloudy crap. Right up in here, it needs to be a little darker. Like it's going to disappear into nothingness, so I just can't have a static looking, just like this. I know you guys can see it, just like this. Kind of. Well, it's just a glob of black, but it's going to look like clouds disappearing there. Just like this. It gets kind of lighter and lighter as it goes deeper in, just like that. Okay, up around in here, little cloudy thingies. Maybe a little bit of something in here like that. All right, just like that. Nothing, nothing to write home to mom about, really. Just something like that. Okay, all right. All right. Let's wait for that to totally dry for a minute, okay? I did wreck that piece of tape. It's not really needed too much. I am going to, not necessarily cheat, but I'm gonna put another mask there because I'll show you what I'm gonna do next now. Something like this little technique will totally transform your painting if you want it to. I'll do it this way. I'll do it this way. So I had to return that now. It's funny, I took it off just to bring it back again. I'm going to have to get up. I really don't want to use this knife, but I'll use it. I'm going to be in the way. Maybe not. We'll cut it right about here. I think I got it. We're about to find out. Yeah, good enough. Okay. What I'm gonna do, all right, is we're gonna get some white paint. We just pop it in there. Hopefully it's enough of it. And what I'm gonna do is take a brush that's wide enough and just get some rays going in there. All right. Okay. And we're gonna see how that looks. And before I turn out, before I'm done for the night, what I'll do is I'll unmask the boat, the ARK. I'll probably maybe put a few highlights in here real quick. So So let's take one of the only times I'll probably use a script liner in this, besides maybe signing my name. I might use it for the for some of the waves, maybe. All right, we'll take this little. Which way am I going? I'm going this way, and I'm gonna straighten it out for you guys. Just put it right about there. Oh yeah, you can't see me if I lean up against something. Let's go right here. And we're just gonna take a thin, just like that. And we're gonna come around a little bit. Doesn't have to be exact. Just like that, we'll come around here. Oh, right in here, like that, little silver lining thingies. Just like that. Okay. Once again, it helps your eye flow and follow this stuff. All right. There we go. Y'all. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. I don't think I need to add any more to that. At least I don't believe I do. I think we're done with that. If you have a small tear, yeah, masking tape on the other side will do. Okay. Masking tape, and it depends on where it is, but masking tape would usually do the trick. Okay, if it's a small tear. I've had tears in mine, and masking tape will do it. If by chance, if it's a tear and it peels, it turns outward, then you get masking tape, and on the sticky side you put some crazy glue. Crazy glue on there. Okay, and you would use probably wax paper or something on the other side, and you would just press it and hold it for a few seconds, and it'll stay. It'll stay. Okay, but yeah, masking tape on the other side, you're fine. I can guarantee you, since I cut the ship with a razor blade, do I have a tear? More than likely, but it's probably, a little bit, little whatever, But yes, I've had tears, and yes, it does happen. It will happen, and as long as you're a painter and then you're going to do paintings like this, it's going to happen. All right, you can't really escape it. It's just, the luck of the beast. Sometimes it's just going to happen. All right. There's a few ways you can go about with the rays. Okay, the rays. I'm not going to have the rays go all over the place. Okay, they will be directional. They won't most likely go no further than around in here. Okay, but it will be strong enough to partially obscure this, keep it still white, and you just go with it. Okay, be careful of your angles. You don't want the angle of your rays too crazy. All depends on what because the rays, believe it or not, are actually pointing to whatever subject you have, and the subject right now is the ARK. And I can guarantee you, you probably don't know where the ARK is, because I just covered the whole freaking thing. All right, but it's right here. Okay, it's right there. All right, but once again, I did this as an example. You paint right through everything. Paint, make sure it's not there at all. Okay, make pretend it doesn't even exist. So now you have a continuous flow of your painting. Another reason, once again, I did this pretty much wet on dry, is because the whole thing is dry, and I can now continue on with doing whatever I need to do with this. And I'm probably thinking maybe more or less that this is probably, maybe might be the longest part of the painting would have been the clouds. Maybe the water's a close second. The ship isn't really too bad. I think that's going to be a short video because most of it's already done. A lot of it's going to be involved with shading and roundness and wood and stuff like that. Okay. Yeah. Linda. Piece of tape, like that. Good to go. Depending how big the tear is. Okay, but yes, it can be repaired. No problem. No big deal. The stickier the tape, the better. Okay. And once you paint over it and everything, no one's really gonna tell that it's been torn unless they flip it around. Okay. All right. Let us not prolong the inevitable. Let's get this going so I can take this boat off. Okay. A couple ways you can do this. You can wet your paint a little bit. You can use just the dry paint. Just be very careful. Really up to you how you want to approach this. Okay. I'm going to have to stand more than likely for this. More than likely. Now, if I mess up, which I've been known to do, I'm not going to cry. Hashtag don't panic. All right. So I have to get out the way, get my shadow out of the way. And so what I'll do is I'll dip into the white. You know, I'll put it in here, whatever. Put it in here like this. Okay. Get it a little damp or whatever. Just put it in there like that. And then I'll take it and like that. And pretty much as far as I really want to go in whatever direction. If I got to angle the brush, I'll angle the brush. But it all depends on, once again, how I want to do it. Okay. Where do I want the strongest beam to go? How long do I want the longest beam? You know, that type of thing. Start out extremely light. So you're going to go over it, and go over it till you get the intensity that you're looking for, till you get the intensity that you want. You follow me? Okay. All right. So let's get this show on the road. Let's see what we're going to do here. I.e. how bad I'm gonna fudge this up. Just come here and you just kind of tap around in here. Just keep it tapping. It's all right. Keep it tapping. All right, like that. Very lightly. Look at your angle. Look at where you want it to go. I'm gonna go here and go. I'm gonna keep doing it until I'm right with it, like that. And I'll lightly go this way. Go in the middle. Go a little bit longer, like that. Come out here. Maybe a little bit lighter there. Okay. I'm just tapping the brush. A little more paint. Like I said, I'm not going to have it go much further than that. It's directional. Maybe one shoot out this way like that. Isn't that something else? Keep going at it until you get what you want, until you're happy with it. You follow me? You got to keep it in its kind of perspective. It takes practice. It does take practice. So if you get a little shy with it, I understand. I won't be mad at you. All right. It's definitely what you would call a bravery test. Okay. And you have to keep in account, I've been doing this for a minute. All right. Where do you want your intensity? Where do you want the brightest to be? That's where you're gonna aim the most at. Okay. Some rays are a little stronger than others. You got me? You follow what I'm saying? Okay. And it's all in where you want it. All right. Now I'm gonna go take a seat. All right, I think we're good. I think that looks okay. What do you think? Give me some input. What do you think, guys? Is that all right? Talk to me. Very good. Yep, that was the plan. That's it. I'm gonna take a little bit of black. So that the clouds don't look entirely super even. So we'll kind of put in a few dips in there. Just like that. Come up around in here a little bit. Okay. Now I'm looking at this as I'm talking to you and sipping my coffee. I don't think you guys need to see the whole thing, as long as you guys can see the bottom, and I believe you can. All right. I can take the water line off. Part of the bolt might come with it. Maybe, maybe not. It didn't. I don't need that anymore. That can go in the trash. Now, if you can't tell that I use something in black, look at this black and look at that. You see, I put something in there. See? All right, that's that blending white in there. See the difference? Okay. All right. Let's get to peeling this thing off. Now, I did hand draw this. Can I get it? Can I get it? Can I get it? I have no nails, really. My fingernail game sucks. All right, there we go. Very carefully, because I got, well, you'll see as I take it off. Yes, I do rock back and forth, taking this thing off. All right, I'll keep it there, I don't care. Come on, the daddy. What the hell's that? Oh, this piece of tape coming off my finger from the stickiness of the tape. Awesome. Go ahead, here, take it, have it. Take it. Damn it, take it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, does that bring it more into perspective now? All right. Now, until I put the wood grain there, it does look like the Titanic without the stacks. But it is the ARK. If you would like, I'll pull back. Back a little more. And I'll aim it upward. All right. Let's slap the focus on it. It should be able to focus real easy now. Now, there you go. Okay. All right. Now kind of put things into perspective now, right? And remember, this is a 24 by 48. No, that's 4 feet. 24 by 40 something another. 42, something like that. No, I'm sorry, 24 by 36. It's 24 by 36. Okay. And yeah. So this is what it looks like so far. All right. So let me know what you guys think. All right. Yeah, that's one heck of a set of clouds, I must say. But you definitely have to have that that depth in there. Okay. I can probably get it a little more intense here because I got what I need here. So all I got to do really is gently just fade some of that. Okay, and it really looked like a strong beam coming out. I don't have too much white, I believe, to do that. I don't feel that I do. Let's check it out and see. Maybe so. Maybe. Just up in here, just to fade that out a little. Maybe. If not, you know, I'll get some more. I think that's just the other white. It's not the titanium white. But, you know, little things like that, I'll let it fully dry again and see if I really need to take it out anymore. I may have to, but that's neither here nor there. But now you see what I mean by painting through your painting. Okay. So that's what I'm talking about. Okay. Yeah. All right. So this is what we have so far. I strongly have a feeling tomorrow I will be dealing with this fellow. Okay. I will probably have a different take on it. Now, I will say to you, the perspective for this guy, because it is essentially a rectangle, but the perspective points is really the edge here, and I would think that up here. So it's actually tilted, okay? But I can easily just take the ruler and find out exactly where the points are. But I think one was here, and one was right here by the actual water line, which you can't see because my face is blocking it, but right there. Okay, all that. But you can see the, well, maybe you can't, but you can see the lines to where the wood slats would be. Okay, I wouldn't draw them in. I would have to kind of paint it and do it by eye because of this curve here. All right, so when it comes to shading this thing, because it's kind of, it's as you can see, the water line would really be up somewhere around in here, but it's been lifted up, you know, the churning of the water, whatever. So you see part of its underbelly, but I know I'm gonna have water here and water somewhere in this area, not really here, but way up here, waves or whatever. Okay. The lighting situation for something like this will be pretty unique because of the light source. It's now giving us the hint of where the water line is. All right, so you'll see it's brighter than what it would normally be. Normally, then it would be here in the back, and probably in the back here. Yeah, pretty much the back of the boat. Okay, and it'd be a little more subdued here. Okay, but just because it's got a little bit of that bluishness in it, okay, that more or less will be mirrored in here. All right, don't know if I will mirror it on the boat itself. The boat might be genuinely black and white and just a lot of shading, so it'd be just a giant pen and ink work on the boat, while everything else is somewhat in color, which would be almost kind of symbolic, but we'll see how that goes. All right, okay, the windows were done, all in perspective, but then freehand, just permanent marker. The outlining of the boat, permanent marker. Okay. As I get towards the painting of the boat itself, anything that's white or whatever, that will be filled in. It won't, you know. So I didn't put the wooden slats in it for that reason, because I'm just going to paint all of that in with texture and priority palette knife, who knows. But all sorts of tricks will be done with this. I might take a very light coat of gray and just do tones of gray all over the place on this thing. Just slap happy, just make it look like a 3-year-old did it. And then after that, I'll put on the finishing touches and whatever, and it'll look like, you know, a pretty weathered, beat up ARK. Okay. So, thank you, Mona. Thank you, Christine. Thank you, Shane. So, you know, the old guy with the beard, he knows a little something. Every once in a while I have to show people I actually can paint, I guess. But it's fun. It is. I haven't really done paintings like this in a minute. I really should, but I really don't have the room to store them. But this is a commission. Gentleman seen a painting of mine that's 6 years old that I did of Noah's Ark. I did it all in black and white, and he said he wanted a larger one, you know, 24 by 36. So, well, 24 by 36, 2 feet by 3 feet. So there you go. Yeah. So, all right, I think I'm done talking my head off. Here's a good shot of it. I believe it's in focus there. I shall more than likely see you guys sometime tomorrow. Who knows? Probably around the same time, or maybe earlier. Who knows? It all depends. Maybe around the same time, because I got some traveling to do tomorrow. And we'll do the ARK. So I think I'll do this a day at a time. Okay. Clouds was tonight. Hopefully tomorrow, the ARK, and then after the ARK, the water itself. And when I feel it's done, then I'll take a picture of it, send it to the gentleman, see if he likes it. Yes, it will cost a bit, because it's going to cost me over $100 probably to ship this thing to him. It'd probably be cheaper for me to drive it to him, considering he's only 4 hours away. So, yeah, I would throw it in the back seat, just drive the freaking thing to him. Because at least he get it in a day. He won't get it until 4 or 5 days if I mail it. Crazy, I know, but yeah. So we'll see. Okay, guys, I'm done yakking my head off. I think you guys got other things you would like to do with your time than to hear Lurch talk. I shall see you when I see you. Yes, I am going to relax, Christine. Shane, thank you so very much. Appreciate you. Mona, thank you very much. Everybody who came in, I appreciate you. I'll take a, obviously, you know, I'll take a photo of this. I gotta make a thumbnail for tonight. I don't know if I'll post this on Facebook. Maybe I just won't. Maybe I'll just do the thumbnail and just keep it on YouTube, and I'll post the finished product on Facebook. I think I'll do it that way. So those who aren't following me on the tube, when they see the painting, they're gonna be like, yeah. Okay. So, guys, thank you very much. I appreciate you. I shall see you when I see you. Take care.